Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath Shamrock Light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's a fun place to eat and drink. 2902 Broadway.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, Nathan Rose with the Hannibal Area Swing Association. Welcome.
Hi Ashley,
hey.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
of course.
it.
I'm just going to move that a little bit closer.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
The Hannibal Area Swing Association, here's what I know about swing dancing. My husband and I did it here in Quincy before we got married and had a ball. Pun intended, right? It was so much fun. Ballroom dancing, swing. I mean, we learned the foxtrot. We learned the waltz. We did swing dancing. It was so much fun. We also learned a lot about one another in that we both like to lead, which I think we kind of knew a little bit, but when you go dancing, you really solidify it, right? Yeah. So Hannibal Area Swing Association, how long have you all been an organization?
So our first event was on February the 5th of 2021.
Okay.
So right when things started opening up after COVID, depending on which state you were in.
Yeah.
So
how'd you get into ballroom dancing or swing? Is it both? Did you get into all of it? Or?
So I do both.
Okay.
I participate in both. Hannibal Area Swing Association mostly focuses on swing dancing in the East Coast swing and Lindy area.
Okay.
So for people who don't know, Lindy Hop is like jazz music. East Coast swing is like jazz and upbeat pop. And so East Coast swing is a pretty beginner-friendly style. So it's really great for people who are just getting into dancing to learn how to dance with that style. And then as you progress, the relationship between those is really close. And so you can actually just expand into Lindy Hop as you move on.
Gotcha.
So I got into that in the summer of 2017 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I was doing an internship over there, and they've got a really large swing group there, and I really loved it. I only did it for two months, and then I didn't do it for about 4 years until an opportunity came about to have enough people who wanted to try and start something that I was able to start up Hannibal Area Swing Association.
Is it like riding a bike? Did you have to take more lessons, or
no,
did it come back to you naturally?
I went to YouTube University.
There you go. Go. Yeah.
And then I've been to a bunch of dance conventions since then, and grown my skills and taken lessons and things. But
excellent.
Starting out, I just had to know more than the other people who were there to teach a beginner lesson.
Yeah,
so.
Which isn't really hard because you don't hear a lot about swing or ballroom dancing anymore. But I love that it's coming back.
Yeah. So we're really putting in a big effort to get Hannibal to learn to dance again. And same thing with Quincy. We want, we've got people who come all the way from Iowa down, actually.
Awesome.
And then like Carthage, Illinois area, people are coming down from there because there's just not a lot in the area.
Right, yeah.
Dancing opportunity wise. And so, we focus on swing dance, but there are other dance styles that our people know and like. And once you get into dancing, it turns out that it kind of gets to be a little bit addicting, and you want to keep learning.
Absolutely.
You want to dance to different styles and learn different ways to dance to different music. So.
Yeah, and luckily for those people who are interested in learning and maybe they already know and they want to expand their skills, you have a ton of events coming up.
Yeah. We as Hannibal Area Swing Association have several events, and then there's a few events being put on by other organizations, and I can touch on a few of those.
Okay. Well, let's focus on November 8th because I think that's, you have a couple coming up, between there and after that. But November 8th is an event which I think is really interesting. People can come and learn before the live band starts.
Yeah. So we actually have, before almost all of our events, at HASA events, Hannibal Area Swing Association events, we have beginner lessons. Sometimes we actually have two lessons, one for both beginners and then a separate one for people who have been maybe doing it longer.
Okay.
So that they can continue to expand their skills. Because our beginner lessons vary week to week just a little bit, so that we're kind of adding something for the people who've been last week. There's some new things. But then once you get really comfortable with most of that material, then we have opportunities for people to take sometimes workshops and sometimes just an intermediate or advanced lesson
Yeah.
during our regular events. Those lessons, if they're before our events, are usually only 30 minutes. So that gets you enough to be able to get out on the dance floor and practice those things during the event. And then we are a social club, and so a lot of the way that our people learn is via dancing.
Yeah.
So you just pick it up.
Yeah.
Some just by doing it too.
Yeah.
So.
Do you ever have people that you're like, oh boy, these people are just never going to get it? Just say no.
Not that.
No.
Not that.
Yeah,
No.
just
Not
no.
that. Not
Yeah,
that.
okay.
We do have people who have practiced dancing in some form before. Where
Yeah.
they dance more in their kitchen, and those people have an easier time than somebody who never dances.
Right.
But the truth is that we have seen all sorts come from not able to dance at all. You can always get to where, as far as I've ever seen, people can always get from I can't dance at all to I can now dance. And
Yeah.
then from there, then it's easier for them to learn in the future as well. So
That's outstanding.
Yes, nobody's too far gone.
Yeah, gotcha. That's good to know. That's
It does
good to know.
take some people longer than others.
It
so
does.
if you go and you see that somebody else who's also new is doing better than you,
Don't
do
give
not
up
lose
hope.
heart.
Yeah. That was me. I was like, oh boy, maybe I should just sit this one out. But it did eventually, once you kind of let your guard down.
Yeah.
It definitely it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, well, once you learn the framework enough that you're actually able to dance within that framework,
Yeah.
I think a lot of us have a lot more dance in us than what we realize. We just need some a framework in which to like begin to express that and be able to like have something to do. And then when you get to where that becomes comfortable, then it's much easier to actually dance and enjoy the music and the person you're dancing with. And all those pieces come together really well.
Love it. So you have, as Hannibal Area Swing Association, you have events, you said most of the time, 3 Fridays out of every month.
Yeah.
And there's always, most of the time, there's a lesson before, and then you have a live band, which is like a house band.
Yeah. So our house band usually only plays about we're aiming for about every other month.
Okay.
And so our next one is on November 8th. That's what we're here to talk about mostly today. It's a great band made up of great musicians who love, it's primarily jazz music. And so if you love jazz, even if you don't want to dance, you actually can just come and watch. So
cool.
you don't have to want to dance. In which case, if you just want to watch, then you might arrive more like 7:25. That way you get there 7:20, so you can get there, get settled in time to watch the band start playing.
Gotcha.
But if you want to be there for the lesson, then I would get there about 10 minutes before 7 to participate in that beginner lesson.
So it goes like 7 to...
It goes till about the band. We have to be out of the building by 9 because the YMCA closes at 9 on Fridays
Gotcha.
now.
Okay.
And so we want to be out of there by 9. So the band plays for about an hour and like an hour and 15 minutes.
Perfect.
So with like a short intermission, like where we play a couple of we usually play a waltz during that intermission and a pop song that people can West Coast swing to, which is another style that some of our people like, but it's not a main focus of Hannibal Area Swing Association right now.
So 7 to 9 at, you said the YMCA?
Yes, the YMCA of Hannibal. You don't have to be a member of the YMCA to come.
Is there a cost associated?
There is not a cost for people who are attending, no. So
Gotcha.
it is.
Good.
It's free to attend. We run off of donations, so we rent the space from the Y. We pay for advertising. We pay for various things, so we do want people to donate, especially for the live band. We want people to donate to the live band. We
show your love.
We have it set up so there's 3 buckets. The one in the middle you split between the 2, and then if that one gets a lot, then we will divide maybe more towards the band.
Cool.
And then one for the band, and then one for Hannibal Area Swing Association to cover our expenses.
Perfect.
But yeah, all of our events usually are
Free will donation.
Free will donation
Love
based.
it.
That way. If you can't afford to donate, we would far rather you come and dance than to not come and dance.
I love it.
Just because of money. So,
yeah, dance or come and watch and see if it's for you. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and so with all of our events, if you come and you don't want to dance, you can say, "Hey, I don't want to," and we respect that. You may have us ask you again sometimes, just because we love it and we want to bring
can't give
people
up
into
on
it.
them. Yeah.
But at the same time, especially with the live band nights, we want people to come and watch the band. They're putting a lot of effort into they're really great musicians.
Yeah.
They put a lot of effort into that, and then they practice to make sure they're putting on a good show.
Yeah.
And so we want to make sure that we are providing them with a great audience.
Sure.
And so
absolutely. And I think if you go and sit and watch, you'll be hard pressed not to get out there, because when you watch everybody having fun swing dancing, it just looks so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it can be intimidating at first, but I think once you get out there and you learn just kind of the basic moves, the foundation behind it, it's a lot easier. I definitely recommend.
Yeah. There's always a learning curve right at the beginning. That's like, until you get it, it's kind of less fun, and then it gets to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and
love it.
So
I love it. And then you have an event. So November 8th, of course, you have that event with the house band that you want everybody to come. You also have a costume swing dance on November 1st.
Yeah.
Same place?
Yep,
YMCA?
same place.
Same time?
It does start a little earlier.
Okay.
So that event, we're actually going to start the lesson at 6:30, and then have 2 hours of dancing. Our events that are like themed events tend to have a slightly bigger mix of music, and so we might play some waltzes, we might play some foxtrot appropriate things. Maybe we'll throw a tango in there for the few people in the community who know how to do that.
Yeah.
You know? And then, but that'll still mostly be East Coast swing, jazz music, but with a little bit more variety.
Gotcha.
We also often play a little bit of Latin music. We play some bachadas, which is a popular Latin club style of dancing.
It's fun. I've done that with Ignacio.
Yeah, really great. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Hannibal Arts Association is putting on another event, which is November 16th at the American Legion. And for that, you can check out the American Arts Council, or Hannibal Arts Council for more information on that.
Yeah.
So for people who want more information about the events that HASA, which is Hannibal Area Swing Association, the events that you're holding, where would they go?
So there's 2 places they can go. They can go to our Facebook page. They can look up Hannibal Area Swing Association. And then they can also go to our website at hannibaldance.com.
Okay.
And they can look there. If they want to, they can donate online as well. There's different ways to donate if you don't bring cash to the events. But our calendar, we've been scheduling by semester. So like a fall semester, a spring semester, and then a summer semester.
Okay.
We may switch to doing that quarterly going forward just because of the convenience of that.
Sure.
Another thing that I wanted to plug is that there is a group starting called Three Corners Association of Dance that will be having an event someplace by Palmyra on December the 7th. That's going to be focusing on, I think, like line dancing and ballroom.
Oh, cool.
Like Latin ballroom and some line dancing.
Okay.
And so that is a group that at some point Hannibal Area Swing Association will probably have a post to plug them.
Gotcha. Yeah, maybe
that'll be on a Saturday.
Absolutely.
So
come back and give us more information on that for sure.
Group that's going to exist here soon. So
perfect. Excellent. Yeah. If you love to dance, even if you don't love to dance, if you want to learn to dance, or if you just want to go watch, check out Hannibal Area Swing Association. It sounds like you guys always have something cool going on. Check that calendar. Check it often. Go check it out and support.
We'd love to see anyone who's interested.
Yeah.
You know, and especially for the live band, like if you like seeing live music, it's a great opportunity for that, even if you don't want to dance.
Yeah.
But then we have a great community. We've got a lot of young people. We've got a lot of old people.
You better watch your tone. They're going to get after you on that one, Nathan.
Older people.
There you go. Yeah, it's for everybody. Yeah, so go check it out. I think, it's something to do. It's something that, of course, is free will donation. That's always nice. It's something different, and it may expand your arts knowledge through dance.
Yeah, and
right?
like the ability to meet people you wouldn't run into otherwise is great. Like we have 3 married couples that met there and would not have maybe met otherwise.
Matchmaker.
And so I'm just saying, like, we're doing the Lord's work.
There you go. Dance and matchmaking. I love
also,
it. Yeah.
if you don't want to be match made, you don't have to worry about that. And also, it's definitely not like a dating.
Yeah.
A dating scene, but like it turns out that like when you get to meet people and dance with them a bit, like sometimes things end up going elsewhere. So
love it. Nathan, thank you so much. Good luck with all your events. I have no doubt they're going to be amazing.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you. All right, coming up next, DOB comes in to talk about healthcare and scams. Stay tuned.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican in Quincy.
Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath Shamrock Light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's a fun place to eat and drink. 2902 Broadway.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center. Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
And welcome back. Joining me now, my pal D.O.B. What's up, Don O'Brien with the BBB?
It just
Another
it's that
glorious
time
day.
of year.
I know it is that time of year.
It's fall.
It's fall. It's open enrollment for healthcare, which is an easy target for scammers. Right?
It is. It's one that rolls around every year. They have a very vast number of people they can go after, and they like to confuse. And so again, they always go towards what's in the news. And now that's the time of year where people are looking for maybe to renew their health care, or they go to a new plan, or they go to healthcare.gov and try to figure out what they want to do. So what they're going to do is try to direct you towards them so that you can get they can get your personal information out of you.
Yeah. And it's confusing enough already. So when you are out there looking to change or re-enroll any of your healthcare selections or your plans, it's confusing as all get out. What do people look for as far as reputable sites, or most people go through.
Well, you go through healthcare.gov. That's the open enrollment begins November 1st.
Okay, that's where everybody goes.
Yes.
So don't click on any random link on social media.
Or
go
you
directly
get some
to
text or email or something. Or if somebody calls you and they try to start to pump you for information, slow their roll.
Will they call you?
Oh, not the real people won't.
Okay, that was my question.
Yes,
scammers will. Real people helping you with open enrollment will not.
Correct.
Good.
Just really be wary of anyone who contacts you out of the blue. Healthcare.gov and Medicare provide legitimate help for determining which plan is right for you. These people they sometimes call them navigators or assisters. They can't charge you for their support. So if you get a call from someone saying, "Oh, I can help you," it'll just be $19.95 or whatever, $10.95 or whatever they try to charge you.
Yeah.
Don't fall for that.
Okay.
If they ask you for payment, it's a scam. Contact them on your own, because they're not going to call you first. So if you have a problem, let's say you're going to healthcare.gov and you're like, "Gosh, what do I do here?" Reach out to them, because they're not just going to call you out of the blue. Another great resource, especially here in Quincy, is our Quincy Senior Resource Center.
Yeah.
They have people who are way more knowledgeable about this than I am.
Yeah.
And they have people who are experts on this. So, you may think, well, I'm sitting here in Hannibal, or I'm sitting here in Carthage. How can I get a hold of somebody? If you call them, even at the Quincy Resource Center, they can get somebody in your area who can help you too.
Yeah.
So, they just try to do whatever they can to take advantage of us at this time.
And they follow the news, like you said. So especially here, in Quincy, I know Blessing Hospital has changed some of the plans that they're accepting, and I'm sure that scammers know that. So they're trying to confuse people even more. And I know that Blessing has offered up some resources to help people make decisions with that as well. Mm-hmm. So if people reach out to Blessing, is that something?
They'll probably redirect them somewhere else.
Sure.
So,
but it's another resource that.
Well, sure.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Try to find some. Just don't talk to some random that contacts you out of the blue, whether it's via that phone call or a text message or something. Be wary if they're going to say that, if you help, if you enroll this now, you're going to get a gift. Don't fall into that trap either. There's just several different things out there that they try to do to you, and those calls out of the blue with somebody who's really chipper and wants to help, and they sound very nice, but when in fact they're just trying to get your information.
Yeah, or they make it some kind of urgent situation, which we've seen time and time again. Mm-hmm. Scammers like to make it urgent. They like to tug on your heartstrings. They like to, make you make quick, snap judgments or decisions and give money and give personal information. And if someone's calling and asking you for money or personal information to provide some kind of service, be wary.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
And we're always big about thinking before you act. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those instances. So you might have an older loved one who you help at this time of year. Make sure you let him or her know that these people are out there, and they may try to again.
Yeah.
The chances are small, but we just want people to know that there's certain ways things operate, and there's certain ways they don't operate, and the way they don't operate, those scammers want you to think aren't legitimate.
Right. So it's confusing enough already. So go to, what is it again?
Healthcare.gov. Medicare is a whole different thing. They have their own. I don't have their website right in front of me. Just, Medicare.gov, I guess, is there. So go directly to those official websites if you have questions.
Yeah.
Or if you're still working, contact your employer directly.
Right. And if you have any questions about the legitimacy of something, or you want to check what scams are happening, of course, go to the BBB
Better
website.
Business Bureau, BBB.org. We've got all kinds of scam tracker reports sadly, on these types of things.
Yeah. But the more you know, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for coming in. Yep. Be on your toes, because they're always out there. So, be diligent.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
All right. And I assume we'll be talking about holiday scams coming up here shortly, because they're right around the corner. So
yes, I want you to be safe while you're holiday shopping.
Absolutely.
We'll do that next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Don O'Brien. Always good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right. I think that does it for today's Daily Muddy. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Club Muddy.